Hello, I'm Sharon and you're watching my channel, Be Divine Vintage. Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to prepare all my signatures, get together my ephemera, get together my bits and pieces, my laces, my flowers, all the sorts of trinkets that I would like to put in my water babies journal. So I do hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. So here is my lovely Water Babies magazine, which I thought was a book, but when it arrived was this magazine, vintage magazine, with all these beautiful vintage graphics in, which are absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to use them within my journal. So the Water Babies was written by Charles Kingsley, and it was originally called The Water Babies, a fairy tale for a land baby. It was first published in its entirety as a book in 1863. So it's almost 200 years old. The book used to be extremely popular in the United Kingdom and was actually the mainstay of British literature for a long time. Not British literature, British children's literature for a long time. It was written by Charles Kingsley, and Charles Kingsley lived 1819 to 1875, and he was a priest, Church of England, Anglican priest, who was quite a reformist. He was very outspoken and did a lot for social rights and social welfare within the country. He was a university professor, social reformer, historian, novelist, poet, and he was brought up in Clovelly in northeast Devon, and Clovelly is a beautiful, beautiful fishing village. But the road down to it is so steep that in parts of it you sort of have to walk sideways down the main street. So everything is built on a hill. I remember going years ago when I was a little girl. Luckily I saw it 50 years ago, so I saw it near to its original style when donkeys still went up and down the hill to take the goods and supplies and things to the houses, and to carry things back up the hill, the fishermen's produce, the fish, seafood, the waste. There was refused people up the hill if they wanted to go, in the cart to other villages, etc. Now it's one of the only villages in the UK that I know of that you actually have to pay to visit. So you have to pay at the entrance to go in, and the donkeys, it's donkey sanctuary now, so the donkeys are no longer used. So I'll pop some pictures of Clovelly, and I'll try and put the vintage ones in like the time that I went, which would still be very much how it was when Charles Kingsley, not that I was there in the early 1800s, but in 100 years or so to the mid 1900s it hadn't changed. Right, so my journal, I like this name. I remember when I was little, Mrs. Be Done By As You Did. Be Done By As You Did. I think she's a fairy, but I was always a word to struggle that with. Do as you would be done by. Be done by as you did. So it is quite a social story with sort of hidden meanings, and I think it was written as well to support Charles Darwin's theories of the evolution of life, which, considering he was a minister, would have been very, very radical. So I've just took these to this side in half so that I can fold, and this will tell me exactly how big my journal is going to be. So it's going to be very, very beautiful, because these are very beautiful colours. I will scan and copy some of the pictures out of the book, So these sort of pale greens and pinks, yellows are the colours that I'm looking for. So fabric wise, I have picked out these. This is sari silk that I've hand dyed. We've got a yellow, we've got like the greeny colour, I've got the blue. And then previously I've hand dyed this piece of lace, which I thought would match as well. I've got some green cotton that I dyed, and it actually looks a bit like water stained as well. So I thought that would be maybe part of the journal cover. So I'm just sort of collecting my thoughts and ideas together. This napkin, not a napkin, it's not even a serviette, it's a doily. I've had it ages, and I thought, what am I going to do with that? But actually, I think that green and that yellow is going to go quite nicely. The pale sort of washed out pinks that I didn't know what I'd do with those. I usually quite like the white doilies and then dye them myself. These came in a bundle, and I thought, what on earth am I ever going to use these for? But I think they're going to go quite well in there. There's this blue one, I'm not sure on this one yet, but this is sort of, reminds me of the sea and the blues and the whites and a river as well. So those are all just in there. I've got this velvet ribbon as well, which is this very pale pink colour. So we'll see how those colours look together. I thought, do I need to put bolder colours in? But then I thought the pictures themselves are actually quite bold in the colouring. I saw these paper flowers in Hobbycraft. I thought those colours will go quite well as well. So bought those. My bits and pieces for my dangle, which I've been collecting from the water. That's a head that I moulded myself from a doll's head. That's from a doll's tea party plate that I've repaired. An oyster shell. So there's all sorts of bits and pieces in there. That's some pottery. That's some really old pottery. Some glass from Blitz Beach. So yeah, those are for my dangle. I'm going to have a look through my beads as well. I had a book, an old book, which had this paper, and I quite like the letters at the side there, so I want to somehow incorporate that. Those are bigger, but I will have a look at that and how I can incorporate that into my work. Let's just move that picture. I've chosen some paper that's music paper. This is vintage paper. It's for composing music on, but it's blank, so that's great for writing on. This vintage music paper, I've been trying to find ones with water on, so this single sheet is the only one that I could see that had water on, which is the Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond. So I also chose this vintage sheet music, which hasn't got any words, so who knows what that says. This is from 1890s ledger, so that's really nice. That'll go perfect because the age matches the age sort of the book. Some more ledger paper here, numbers, mathematical ledger. Then I've got some papers that I dyed myself. So blues, this has got sort of blue and yellow. And these are pages I thought they actually look a little bit like they've been in the water. Now I know that these are smaller than the journal. If I fold one in half there, it will be smaller. So my thought is, do I trim this paper to match the A4? Actually, does that go within the A4? I could actually do that, trim that paper to go in, or do I leave the paper this big for the water babies? So I need to have a think about that. I could always stitch some pieces together to fold around. However, I would get quite a bit of waste from that. So I need to have a think about that. This paper, I know, is Scottish thistles and wildflowers, but I just like the subdued colouring. This is just some scraps of card, and I saw the pink and the green there, and I thought those would be great for tags. Then some other papers I've picked here are pinks. This has got butterflies on the bottom, but I thought it still looked like water. That one again has got love hearts on, but it's still that watery marbled effect. Gold. I like the gold paper. I thought that would go really quite nice. This is like some pearlised pink. So I've been having a good sort through my papers just to see the colours that I like and the colours I want to put together. These are some big pages of drawing paper, so I'm going to definitely cut those down to go in. So that's where I'm up to now. So what, oh, and a piece of the clear, I want to do something with the clear, can't remember what it's called, clear plastic, but I will do something with that. I need to have a think about it. So what I need to do now is have a think of exactly how big I want these page sizes and cut my papers down, and then we can start and put the signatures together. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to have 5, I know there's only 4 here, 5 signatures, each of 7. So that'll be 35, 70, 140 sides. So I've got 4 signatures together of papers that I really like. As you can see, I've clipped them with a large sort of gripper clip there. And I'm just going to show you how I chose my papers and what I do next. So what I did, I looked at these and decided sort of which pictures I loved as opposed to just really liked. I love this one. These are cute as well. Ooh. They can be used in a different way inside. Right, so I've got my pictures and I decided I'm going to do 3 with the water baby's picture on the outside, and I've got 2. Let me show you. So there's 1, 2, 3 with a water picture baby on the outside, and 2 that are just slightly different. And these will go in between. So that will be the order of the book. So let's have a look here. So I actually want this one to be on the outside. So I will have this one. I can either have it like that, or I could have it as a nice picture in the middle. I'm going to have it as a nice picture in the middle. I decided to keep it this size. I didn't want to make it any smaller. I like the pictures. I like the white space around the pictures, so I kept them that size. So then I'd have a look through my papers to see what I wanted to put in next. Oh, that's quite a nice one with the, oh, those are numbers on. Oh, shall we have W for water? RSTUW. It's not as nice, that one. No, I'm going to stick with this one. So what I did is I sort of positioned it where I might want it to go. Now, I don't tend to cut my papers. I tend to just tear them. I have got a cutter, but I do tend to tear. So I'll put that like that. Now this one I'll want to keep maybe as a fold out. So let's just work out where that goes into there. Just a little bit further in than that. And then, what am I going to do about the bottom here? I'm going to, for now, just fold up the bottom a little bit. Hopefully that's the right size. Oh, just a bit smaller. No, but I want the bottom to be that big. I don't want it smaller than that. So I'll leave that like that. So that piece goes on top. And I love that. Maybe this is the mathematical equations that Reverend Charles Kingsley did when he was looking at the meaning of life with Charles Darwin. To this one, 3, and I don't always put them like in the middle. I have set them as well. 3, that's nice. Counting as I go along. If I lose my count, I lose my count. This is that nice sort of watery paper with the butterfly. It has got one of those edges on. Oh, it says tear off. Ooh, that's from paper. Can't read it. Tear off strip. Hot off the press. Just tear that off. So I've got 3. Now then, I might want this to come out a little bit further, because I do like to see that sort of stepped back effect. So I've put that up the top there, and I've folded it straight in line with that red line. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've used a piece of vellum in each as well. I decided to use some vellum, so let's put that on. So I've used a similar pieces of paper in each for my signature. 5, that looks nice with the pictures underneath. I'm going to use some of my drawing paper. Now, the way that I used this before is I kept this edge. So let's have a look where we might want that to go. Probably about there. So it's about layers, using your eyes, seeing what seems nice to you. I'll just do that. So then get my ruler and tear that off. And let's have a look at the height. When you can get your ruler, measure, cut, it's up to you. Some people, artists prefer cut lines, some prefer torn lines. I prefer torn. All my cut-offs I'm saving because I might need them for tags, etc. So this one I'm going to put here. I think that's where I measured it to. Yes, so we see the blue through. Then we've got the butterfly there. So something there would look really nice. And that over the top of it. So we're on to 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the top piece. 7. There we go. So that is my final signature. So what I do now is I get my signatures all together, and I have sort of ordered them. So that's my last one. So here they are. So what I then do is on the top corner here in pencil, 1, 2, 3, 4. This I just rub off after. 5. There's my 5 signatures. Now, there they are. What I don't do, because these are papers that I specifically picked out here, papers that I really do like, papers that I think go with the journal, is I keep these papers together now because I might want them to do flippings, I might want them for tags, all sorts of things I might want them for. And what I'm going to do is I just so happen to have the cover, the Water Babies cover. I'm going to pop them in there so they're all kept neatly together. Have I got another clip? I have. Let's pop the clip on there, there and there. That's my papers. I think I'll clip them to the top. The nice colours I've got out sort of for tag making. And I just put all of those together just to one side. So now what I'm going to do is I've got a pile of ephemera that I've got here that I'm going to look at to see if it'll go in my Water Babies journal. So let's have a look what there is. This is stuff that I just haven't put away yet. So I thought rather than put it away. So those are blueprints for a train. So I'll leave those. Now that is a lovely Victorian advertising card. And it's for warming up, the best coffee on earth. So you might want to warm up after you've been in the water. So I'll put that on my pile of maybes. And those are Easter. That's a little padded and embroidered card. Do I want that fabric? I might do actually. I'll keep that. Flower Lovers Club. Trenton District Flower Lovers Club. 1954. No. Oh, Little Red Riding Hood. I think I'll keep her out. She's a vintage postcard from 1915. Do I keep her out? No, not Little Red Riding. No, I'm being brutal. I'm being brutal. That's Easter. Royal Tours. Asian Wildlife. How to make crepe paper flowers. Nope. Some tickets. No. Pink cards. Bornash Fusic powder. Wildflowers. Let's have a look. These are pretty, aren't they? So I might choose those. Would make like, you know, because it's like card it's on. Those would go great, you know, over the top of the paper. It'd be like a big hidden paper clip. So I'll put those to one side. No. Birthday wish for my dear sister. Does that look Victorian? To Jean from her dearest brother Robert. It could do. It's wrong colours though. Oh, here we go. Happy birthday. Yeah, that's quite nice. The right colours. I'll keep that to one side. That's two wrong colours. That's more 1920s. That's quite nice because there is some orange within the book. Happy birthday. No. Oh, Spaniels. That's quite a nice postcard. I like the picture on that one. Liverpool London Insurance. So these are all Fishermen and Mariners Benevolent Society. I think that one can go in. It's to do with fish. So this is all original ephemera Dobbs Castle, 1925. They're a bit too late, these. When did he die? He died in 1875, so really 1908, 1909. Yeah, these are all original. Poison register. Oh, these are some prescription sheets, you know, that were done by a pharmacist when he's making up the bottles for people. I don't want any of those in. No. I do need to put them all away. Map of Guernsey, look at that. That's where my mum's from. I think it's... No, it's not right for this. I should do a Guernsey journal, shouldn't I? What's in this little collection box? Oh, there's cards. They're too modern. Very modern. Somebody just gave me this box. Stamps. This one I think is too modern. What else is there here? An autograph book. I think that's too modern. Even though there are some nice pastel coloured papers in there as well, and I quite like this. So we'll keep that out. So this is just my stuff I haven't put away. I've not even opened the boxes of things I've got. I probably won't need to. Let's bring another pile. Oh yes, there's more. These are like money, I think. I don't know what currency that is. Hungarian. No. No. That's some paper. It's a program, but it's really nice paper. Those are modern postcards. Modern. Everything's too modern. Postcard, Great Britain and Ireland. Yeah, that's probably something I could use. That's French. That's off a cabinet card. I could use that. This is a letter from, I think this is from the 1700s and it's French, so we don't need that one. This is another blueprint, I'm pretty sure. No, so this is literally what I do. Special Agents album. I literally just go through my ephemera and think, oh yeah, I could use that. The only thing is, as you can see, oh, that looks like Little Boy Out of the Water Babies. We'll have that one out. As you can see, I'm not very good at putting things away. That's 1930s. Oh, these are nice. This is All Night Long. The nets they threw for the fish in the twinkling form. That'd be quite nice. Some like little envelopes. I'll put them to one side. Here ended the first lesson. So yeah, so basically just go through what you've got to see what you would like to put in your journal, just to get everything together. Let's have a look at the ephemera now. So I think I do need some more. Just trying to get some together there. So if you want another look, let's have another look through this pile. Modern. Henry Weinheimer, tea and coffee department. That's got some water on. We'll keep that one out. Little postcard. Lots of butterflies, birthday cards. I think you've seen that one before. That's from the last journal I was making. Oh, I like this. That does look Victorian. I've got some Victorian cabinet cards, so I will be putting some of those in, some of the pictures of the children. In fact, we could look at that next. That's Christmas. No. Let me just get my cabinet cards. Just bear with me 1 minute. So I've just seen this amongst the pile of bits and pieces. There's a little boy with his nurse. So we'll definitely put that one on. I think the little boy in the story is a chimney sweep. So he's not quite got that grand life. This is from 1890. A piece of paper. Right, so we've got some cabinet cards in here. This is so old. It's just, I'm looking for children. Oh, that's nice. Cabinet card. It's the ones with children on that I want, really. This is a nice this little girl here. Look at that. She's even got the little tissue over the top of her there. That's nice. This is a nice one. Whoop. I don't like to rip it, but it's just what happens sometimes. There we go. I love these tiny cards. I'm not sure if that is a girl or a boy. I'm thinking girl, but little boys in those days were dressed in skirts. It's a little sailor suit, and it's from Manchester, which is near me, which is great. Shall we have him there with his mum and dad? I think we will. So it looks like there's going to be quite a few pictures in this one. Look, I love this album. Every time I look at it, I find new things. This is the picture that makes me laugh, because my mum is 87. She's a very, very modern lady. And this is Elizabeth Rowbottom, age 86. And I said to my mum, oh, you look just like this. Can you see it there? My mum was like, don't be so cheeky. So that is Elizabeth Rowbottom, who's actually a year younger than my mum on there. So there we go. Right, I think I've got ephemera. I might have a look through my boxes after to look for some envelopes. If I can't find any, I'm sure I've got Victorian envelopes. If I can't find them, then we will make some. Okay. So here's my envelopes. This is what I normally keep all my ephemera in. I get these just at the local supermarket. So let's just have a look. There's a calling card, so that can go in. These are more modern. I was positive I had some. Like I say, if I haven't, then we will make some. Not today, but another day. I love how those are tied up together. 1954, 50. I've got a lot of 50s and 60s. Aha, here we go. Now, these are Victorian, and I actually think they're sort of for morning, you know, because they're edged in black. So I might not actually use these per se, but I might make some and use this part, scan and use this part of them. So I'll put those out. Look at how tiny they are. No. Oh, if any of you feel really sorry for me and you want to send me some Victorian envelopes, yes, I'll take them from you. Just message me and I will give you my address. I'm actually resorting to begging now, so but making them will be just as much fun. So there we are. I think I've got everything together now. I've got my signatures, 5 signatures, spare papers, my ephemera is here. Nice little selection of ephemera there to go in the journal. Apart from the beads, I've got my dangle things and I've got some fabrics and some lace. So I'm happy with all of that. So as you know, I'm Sharon and you've been watching me on my channel Be Divine Vintage. If you've enjoyed my channel, please like it and please subscribe. That'd be absolutely wonderful. It's New Year's Eve, so I'm going to sign out now and wish you all the best for a very happy and healthy 2025. Thank you. Bye bye.